everyone, it's Mads. Now grab some coffee and take a seat because today we're talking how to turn your first place into your first home. Really want to get real with you in this video and talk about something that is so close to my heart. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always been searching for that feeling of being at home. Home is a place that feels safe, comfortable, and at the end of the day, you open the door to your house or your apartment, whatever it is, and you just feel a sense of peace and belonging. During my childhood, I would go to school and dread the moment that I would have to be back home. Home was a place that didn't feel safe. Home was a place filled with lots of arguments. Home was a place where I felt like I couldn't be myself, and I was always trying to escape my home. I started my business at 15 years old because I was so excited to work towards having my own place for the first time, creating a space that was peaceful. I was so excited to finally have a place that was my sanctuary. Fast forward to right now, I'm 22 years old and I just moved into my first ever apartment. It has been such a journey, such a dream, and I'm slowly accomplishing that goal of finally having my own home, my own place that feels safe. I want to share some of the things that I've done to make my first apartment feel like my first home. If you're doing this growing up stuff on your own, just like me, you can take some of these tips with you to your new space and finally feel at home just like me. The first step for me was making sure my new apartment was organized and clean. I grew up in a home that was pretty chaotic, both mentally and physically. You would walk inside, there was stuff everywhere. But as I got older, I started to realize that a very cluttered and messy home really creates an environment where you just feel so stressed and on edge all the time. You're looking around, there's stuff everywhere, and you're like, oh my god, like I can't get things done when I'm seeing everything in my peripheral vision and it's just a mess. It drives me crazy. I can't focus on anything. That may be a personal thing, but I think there's a little bit of science to it. Before my boyfriend and I moved in, we got lots of organizational bins, little blanket baskets, all sorts of things that we thought would make the apartment a lot more organized. Guess what it did? It helps a lot. I think organizing and cleaning go hand in hand. If organizing doesn't come natural to you, cleaning might not come natural to you. I just never really learned those things growing up because I had a mom who was very controlling. I just wasn't taught how to clean things. And when I moved into my first apartment, I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness my boyfriend knows what he's doing because I don't know how to do laundry. I don't know how to clean the dishes well because I was always taught that I just couldn't do it right. I didn't know anything about cleaning supplies, and it was a little bit overwhelming. A part of my heart was also really sad because I didn't have anyone who taught me any of this stuff, and it just made me feel very unsupported and very lonely in this situation. I was like, I'm 21 years old and I barely know how to do anything. It's definitely taken a lot of learning, but at the end of the day, I know that I want an organized and clean house. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure that my home feels immaculate and beautiful. I saw this quote online that said if you clean for, about 10-15 minutes every single day, your house is never gonna really get messy. So try cleaning a little bit every single day. Don't let things add up. Don't let things get cluttered everywhere. Don't create a lot of work for yourself because that's when it gets overwhelming. I found that when I do the bed in the morning or make sure that I'm not leaving like my socks and underwear around the house or not letting my dogs take my socks with them all over the house, etc. I found when I'm cleaning these things up immediately, they're not piling on top of each other, and I don't have to do like a 5-hour Sunday reset every week. I can just do like a 20 to 30 minute daily cleaning sesh, and that makes things a lot better, clears my mind, and keeps me feeling at home and not in a cluttered mess. The next thing that has truly made me feel at home in my space has been cooking as many of my meals as possible. I personally love to cook. Cooking is one of my love languages as well. I love cooking for my boyfriend. I like to make the dogs little dog treats as well. It's just my way of showing love to myself and also the people around me. Cooking my meals makes me feel at home because when my boyfriend comes home and he has a nice warm meal on the table, we get to talk about it. I get to tell him about the new recipe I tried. It just feels like such an amazing, wholesome experience. It's something I can't explain. I definitely recommend trying new things around the house, seeing what you can add into your routine. If it's not cooking, maybe it can be making your own kombucha on Sundays, or getting coffee and donuts every Friday morning and bringing it to the living room and sharing a snack with a friend or by yourself. Just creating new routines in your space is going to make you feel so much more at home. My next best tip is to add your favorite decor into your new space. So when I first got my apartment, I was thinking to myself, okay girl, we've got a budget. If you know me, I don't love to be spending money. It's just not one of my favorite things. I like to save, I like to invest, I like to be as smart as I can be with my finances. So when it came to saving my money or splurging, I want to say for the first time in my life, I was actually spending some money. And when I say spending, I don't mean like I dissipated my entire savings account to furnish this apartment. I just mean that when I saw something I liked, I thought to myself, you know what? When else am I going to be moving into my first apartment that I worked so hard for? I've been working on this business since I was 15 years old. Now I'm 22, finally moving into this apartment that I've always dreamed of. I deserve to, spend a little bit of money and get things that feel like me. So when I wake up in the morning, I can wake up in a cozy bed, or when I want to watch movies in the living room with my boyfriend, we are watching them on a cozy couch, a couch that I chose, a couch that I love. Of course, don't make any bad financial decisions. I feel like it's so important to check out estate sales, thrift shops, Facebook Marketplace, all of your favorite stores, Pottery Barn, Williams-Sonoma, all the good spots. Go check them out, look around, get excited about creating your space and creating a safe spot for yourself. On a smaller scale, I love to cook, right? And so I was thinking to myself, I have this beautiful spot in my kitchen. I think it's called a mantle. I wondered, what can I put on this mantle, this beautiful section in my kitchen that I love so much, one of the things that actually sold us on the apartment. I realized that I can get some cookbooks to put there. I've been collecting a little assortment of cookbooks to decorate my mantle. I've been doing it slowly. I have lots of really colorful cookbooks, and I'm so excited because, honestly, the first morning after I bought a few of them, my first thought was, I want to go look at my cookbooks right now. Like, I just bought a bunch of cookbooks and they're decorated in my kitchen and they're so cute. I'm going to go look at them right now, and that's exactly what I did. And it has just brought me so much joy for these past few weeks because I love to cook. And I love our mantle, and I love cookbooks, and it's just been like this really nice, wholesome experience to just wake up and be like, excited about my cookbooks. I feel like there's just decorations that actually bring you joy. I know it's only August, but I've already started shopping for Halloween just because I'm so excited to decorate my first apartment for the first time. I've never had a spot that feels like home before, so I really want to, dive into that feeling and kind of see what it feels like for people who have had that feeling all of their lives. Like, it's new to me and it's so exciting, and I'm gonna get my cookbooks, I'm gonna get my nice couch. I got a nice little marble table that I love and everyone loves her, and when people come over they're like, look at your table, and I'm like, yes, I know. The final thing that I have been doing to make my first apartment with my boyfriend feel like home has been hosting friends over. This has been it's been such a life-changing experience, and you know what? I'm so excited to hopefully buy my first home soon and have a little backyard and a little bay window and a big dining room table that I can host all my friends over at once with. For now, I'm hosting, 1 to 2 friends at once, which is okay because we don't have a million parking spots. But let me tell you, it has been so incredible to have my friends in my space and not only create that safe space for myself, but I really want to create that safe space for my friends. Like, if my friends ever need a place to stay, or if they ever want support, or if they're having a fight with their boyfriend, I don't know, I want them to feel safe asking me, like, hey, can I come over? Like, can you just make me a cheese board with some meats and we can chat and we can watch some movies or something? You know, I want my friends to all feel comfortable here as well, because it's not just like, you know, my space and my place. If I'm winning, I want everyone in my life to be winning as well. Because when I was a kid, I had so many friends whose houses I would sleep over for weeks at a time because I didn't want to be home. And those people are always going to hold such a special place in my heart, even if we don't talk anymore. Like, they will never understand the impact that they made on my life just by giving me a safe space. And I am hoping to do that for my friends. Hopefully none of them need that safe space, but if they do need it, I want to be there for them. I want to create that safe space, but on a less deep level, it's also really nice to just create memories with my friends in my home, cook for them, create charcuterie boards, do little themed parties, movie nights, barbecues by the pool, just all of the things that bring joy and happiness to everyone. I've always wanted to be a host. I always feel so fulfilled. I always feel so happy. I love it when people enjoy the charcuterie boards I make them, or when we have a good conversation sitting in my living room. It just is a feeling that I really can't explain, because I've never been able to do something like this before. And I've never been able to, you know, have my special people in my special place that I created with my boyfriend through my business. You know, I've just never had this before, and having people over, it just makes me so happy. And I love to share my happiness with others, share my food with others, share my existence with others. And day by day, I'm still finding more ways to make my first place feel like my first home. But overall, I think I've done a really good job so far, creating a space that feels peaceful, inviting, and warm as well. Let's say you're 15 years old watching this video, your parents' house doesn't feel like home, and you can't wait to get your first space. Let me give you one tip, because I know that you could be watching this and being like, oh God, I just can't wait, I can't wait. Like, I hope that I get there soon. If you're in that space, I would really recommend something that I did when I was 15. I've been doing it. I did it for like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, I don't know. I had something called a first home box. I would grab little cups from the store, or little plates from the store, or little tablecloth, just anything that I really wanted to have in my future home. And yes, I ended up keeping all of those things. Yes, most of them are in my apartment now. Get yourself a first home box and start collecting those little things. It's going to inspire you to work harder towards your goals. It's going to get you excited, and even though the future might seem really far away, I promise you, the time is going to pass anyway, right? I've been prepping my soul out. I'm so excited. So get yourself excited, because this situation that you're in now doesn't have to be your situation forever. And I feel like having that future home box is just gonna remind you of that. I remember sometimes in my childhood home, I'd be so sad, and I would just go and I would look at like my little future home box. I would look at it and it would just get me excited for the future, and it would inspire me to work even harder and to do all of the things in my power to get myself where I wanted to go. Plus, it was also really fun to envision my future environment with the little things that I was collecting along the way. I promise you, all of the inner work and the hard work that you're doing in your life is going to be so worth it. I promise you that building a safe, comfortable, peaceful environment for yourself is everything. It's going to change everything. You're going to have so much mental space to think about other things. When I tell you, like, I have never felt like a human before. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like I've always just been in fight or flight mode. And recently, I have been thinking to myself, like, who am I? Who was I? Whoa, like, I have time to think? What? Like, it is insane. Once your environment changes, so many things can change as well, as long as you are making sure that you do the inner work to not repeat the same patterns that you grew up around. I really hope this video resonates with some of you, and I hope that I can help you create a home for yourself. And I hope that you're proud of yourself for all the hard work that you've done to get into your first space. Congratulations! Be sure to subscribe and come back soon. My channel is all about self-love, growth, accomplishing your goals, and just becoming the best version of yourself. I hope you had a chance to enjoy your water, your coffee, your drink. I definitely had such a great time chatting with you. Thank you so much for hanging. Okay, bye!